Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on this Wednesday, the 2nd day of August. Thank you for joining me. I'm Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa. We commence with a developing story. The mysterious lung that was buried near the Ongwediva cemetery and subsequently unearthed by the Namibian police on Monday has been identified as belonging to a cow. Regional Police Commander Commissioner Naphtal Lungameni Sakaria officially confirmed this discovery on Tuesday.
The Oshana Regional Police Commander Commissioner Naphtal Lungameni Sakaria said the police managed to discover where the lung was bought after the price tag was discovered. The lung was found buried at Omatando No. 1 near the cemetery along with black leggings, a white sheet and a white t-shirt. Sakaria added that a similar incident occurred last week. He indicated that the heart and lung found at the time have also been identified as belonging to an animal. The regional commander urged members of the public to refrain from involving themselves in such acts and causing fear in the community, saying if the culprit is found, they will be dealt with.
On to oil and gas discussions. Nangula Owanja, the Chief Executive Officer and Chairperson of the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, has emphasized the need for Namibians to organize themselves and not solely rely on the recent oil discoveries. Join us now as we delve into this critical story in the upcoming insert, exploring Owanja's insights and the implications of diversifying investment opportunities beyond the oil sector.
Africa has got energy poverty. And right now the world is talking about transition. They are transitioning from something to something. We are transitioning from nothing to something. And yes, our contribution to climate, to pollution and dangerous climatic condition as Africa is like 0.00 something, and Namibia is even less. So if we are having people, like Jason has mentioned, what we are fighting in Namibia is poverty, what we are fighting in Namibia is inequality, what we are fighting in Namibia is unemployment. If we have got an industry that the world is demanding, that many people are supporting, and that industry has got the possibility of supporting the government in bringing an end to this challenge, then as Namibia, we will probably not be doing our duty as a government if we do not do that exploration, if we do not develop that asset for the benefit of our people. But we know that as Namibia, we are very committed to the environment. We have protected the environment in our constitution. We have got national determined contributions that we have made and that we have committed to, and this will not stand in the way of Namibia's commitment to the environment.
Following a warm and special welcoming ceremony at the council chambers, Machanjara Chihura Katurota has officially taken on her new role as the Chief Executive Officer of Opuo. Wenji Kandanga brings us this comprehensive report, providing insights into the expectations and challenges that lie ahead for the newly appointed CEO.
Chihura Katurota took over from Petru Shuya, who had headed the council for the previous 7 years until handing over the reins to the town's technical manager, Kariuri Kambura, in an interim capacity after failing to get a contract renewal. During her welcoming ceremony, which also included the signing of the 5-year contract, Opuo Mayor Rosa Mbing Shwendo praised the smooth and transparent process of the CEO's appointment, which he said was accelerated due to the councillors' collective collaboration despite their political differences. The mayor also urged the CEO to work relentlessly to improve the town's audit opinion from the Auditor General, among other issues. The new CEO also stated that she has an open door policy and encouraged members of the community to approach her office without fear.
Moving into the realm of education, Education Minister Anangi Pondoka has made a compelling call to all teachers and principals, urging them to revitalize career guidance programs in schools. The aim is to ensure that learners are well informed about the diverse range of career paths available to them. Suzette Chitaura filed this story.
Speaking in Keetmanshoop on Tuesday, Hipondoka said schools should be innovative and proactive by initiating tertiary and employment weeks to expose learners to different career options. Hipondoka also said teachers and principals should stop encouraging learners to only pursue degree programs, adding that there are many other options available to learners, such as certificate and diploma courses. The minister also urged principals to build resilient teams at their schools. She said that this team should be characterized by teamwork, efficiency, effectiveness, patriotism, and positive output.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Business segment, where we bring you the latest updates on all things business and economics. In a recent development, Namibia's exports earnings experienced a decline of 5.9%, dropping from 9.2 billion Namibian dollars in May 2023 to 8.7 billion Namibian dollars in June 2023. Here's more insights from this report.
According to the latest Namibia Merchandise Trade Statistics Bulletin released on Monday by the Namibia Statistics Agency, compared to the previous year, exports recorded a decrease of 1.1% from 8.8 billion Namibian dollars. During June 2023, imports stood at 10.1 billion Namibian dollars, reflecting a decrease of 15.9% month-on-month and an increase of 13.5% year-on-year. Furthermore, between June 2022 and June 2023, Namibia recorded no trade surplus, whereas trade deficits averaged at 2.1 billion Namibian dollars. The bulletin also stated that the largest exported goods were recorded in the manufacturing industry in April 2023, with goods valued at 4.9 billion Namibian dollars, absorbing 64.4% of total exports. This represented a 220 million Namibian dollars increase from the value recorded in March 2023. Diamonds were Namibia's largest exported commodity during June 2023, accounting for 27.1% of total exports, of which 9.3% were re-exported and destined for Botswana and United Arab Emirates. Fish was mostly destined for Spain, DRC and Zambia. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukuvonda.
Nangula Uwanja, the Chief Executive Officer and Chairperson of the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, has clarified that the oil and gas deals previously signed with foreign investors were concluded some time ago and as such cannot be renegotiated. Let's hear directly from Uwanja as she elaborates on this matter, shedding light on the reasons behind the decision and its implications for Namibia's economic landscape.
So, talking about the fairness of the deal and negotiations, it's interesting because, of course, we have got people that are in the room representing us. and then there's views that we have and we think they should talk about this one and so on. So maybe let's talk about the deals with oil and gas, and then you have talked about green hydrogen briefly. So most of the deals with oil and gas today, those contracts were already signed quite a bit of time ago. I think let's understand that. So oil has been found today, but the companies that found oil today have been in Namibia for a bit of time. And therefore, we are not today in negotiations about those contracts. Those are contracts that have been signed already and they've been concluded. We need to be careful as a people on how can and what can we do now. But of course, government has to learn from other countries and say, where is it working for both the government and the operators? And what can we do to make sure that we get maximum benefit now that we know that there is oil, especially when it comes to tax regulations.
And that concludes our top news segment for tonight. Now let's shift our attention to the weather forecast, examining how the weather conditions are expected to unfold throughout the country. Welcome to Sport Planet, your ultimate destination for all things sports. Kicking off with athletics, 4 talented athletes have been handpicked to represent Namibia at the much-awaited second edition of the Under-15 World School Sports Games set to take place in the vibrant city of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Organized by the International School Sport Federation, the World School Sport Games stand as the largest of its kind, drawing young athletes from across the globe to showcase their prowess in over 25 sports codes. Moving on to the FIFA Women's World Cup. South Africa created history with a spectacular 3-2 triumph over Italy in a thrilling match earlier today, marking their first ever victory at the Women's World Cup. In a nail-biting encounter, Captain Thembi Kgatlana etched her name in the records by scoring the winning goal in the 92nd minute, propelling South Africa to the last 16 and setting up a captivating clash with the Netherlands. The defeat sent Italy home despite Ariana Caruso's valiant efforts with 2 goals, including a crucial equalizer with 16 minutes remaining.
But I think this is for everyone back home. You know, people getting up in early hours of the morning when they were all disappointed when we should have won against Argentina. This is for everyone. And I said I want them to go to work smiling in their cars because we know the game started at 9 a.m. This is for all the coaches out there in the league that have played their part. This is for the coaches that have come before. This is for everybody involved in women's football.
Stay tuned for the Sports Roundup. On that note, we have reached the conclusion of Wednesday's newscast. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to tune in again tomorrow for another fresh edition of Primetime News, where we'll bring you the latest updates and stories. From myself, Silima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the dedicated crew behind the scenes, we bid you good night.